Let's talk about, which we didn't touch yet, which I think is important, is the 5-year look back period.
Really important.
Right.
In a nutshell, what this says is you can't say, oh, I have Alzheimer's or I have Parkinson's. I know that if I'm around in 5 or 7 years, I'm going to need extraordinarily expensive care. I'm going to start giving away my assets. I'm going to give my beach house to my kids. I'm going to give all my investments to my grandchildren. You cannot give your money away, especially when you know you have an incident coming, right? You're going to need care. If you're going to ask the government to pay for your care under Medicaid, they're going to look back 5 years at all of your money and say, where did it all go?
Yeah.
And if it went to gifting, they're going to say it has to come back and we're not paying for it until we cover the period of time that you would have paid for out of those gifts.
And that's a penalty period.
That's a penalty period. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. And there's a formula for that. Cathy, is that formula the same in each state or does that differ?
The formula is the same. The numbers are different. So it's the divisor of how much does a month cost for care in a SNF, in a skilled nursing facility in your state. And we'll divide that by how much you gave away. And that's how many months you got to pay. You got to figure out how to pay for it because we're not paying for it.
Right. So if you did transfer assets in the last 5 years, then you're going to have to come up with money for a certain amount of time, months or years, whatever that penalty period is, to be able to pay by yourself. And then Medicaid will step in after that penalty period is over.
So if this is you and you see it with your parents or your grandparents or whoever's, note that you too need to make a plan.
Who's going to provide care? Where do we want to receive care? And how are we going to pay for that care? Get that plan together.